So what we do in this session is basically answering all your questions concerning the ICO. Whatever questions you have, whether it's about the project or about any specific aspect or about the tokenomics, anything you can ask me, and I will be giving you answers for that. As well as I will try to even see if my computer is working a little bit at least, so that I can show you how to connect with MetaMask and how to buy the tokens. So this will be the agenda for today. And if the computer was not giving me the problem, then I was even planning to show how to do futures trading, because that's very important to know. In the morning, I was reading a message on our group that someone lost 2000 USDT. they should not try these things. And I'm always telling you, like, don't put more than 100 USDT into this particular trade. Don't put more than 250 USDT into this trade. But it's quite brave to put 2000 USDT and, like flush it down the drain. So floor is all yours. Yeah, that's true. That's true what Justin is saying, but I cannot repeat that word here, unlike our Telegram chat. That's too huge, actually, not just big one. Yeah. So 2 seconds of silence to the 2000 USDT, and let's go ahead with your questions. Okay, the first question is coming in. Is the token sale already open? Answer is no, because it's not open. We are actually like only the promoters of the company or buying some tokens, but this is not to, like not to accumulate like much before it's open for the public. We have tested the smart contract, which is already audited, by the way, on the testnet, but still mainnet transactions are quite different from testnet transactions. So we are conducting some, like real test on the mainnet. So we are purchasing like 5,000 USDT or up to 10,000 USDT, but this is only for testing purpose. So publicly, it's not open yet. Is the minimum amount for buying 1,000 USD worth? Can it be charged for less? The answer is no, because the first round is for $1,000. And the second round will be for 750, and the third round will be much lesser. So this is to just encourage investments with higher bracket, which will also come with a lower cost of purchase per token. Where do you see b-cube price going in the future? I think the price is the target is unlimited for b-cube tokens. Trust me, because there are many things which is in the roadmap, but we have not actually put it on the white paper. The first thing is like everybody is buying the token to stake it on the platform to get the bots for free. So that is the first and foremost thing. And when we are getting more and more bots, people will try to accumulate more and more of the tokens. So when people are buying more and more of the tokens, the demand is too high and the supply is too less. So this makes the price to pump. And the second thing is like there will be many other utilities for staking. For example, right now we are proposing free signals, free bots, and also access to the liquidity pool to get APR of up to 30% for those 6 months. But we are also trying to launch a kind of like launch pad, similar to like what Polka Starter or any kind of IEVOs are there. This will be focused only for blockchain-based or crypto-based startups to have their project on the platform, where our community and other people will have access to it because they are staking their tokens on the platform and they can participate in this kind of sales. We'll be doing very high level due diligence on all the projects that will be on our platform. So they will be of very good quality. So even for this reason, people will buy the tokens and stake it on the platform. So people are just buying and staking it because they have some use case there. So the actual circulating supply in the market will be very less. So for these reasons, I think like for sure, like listing will be somewhere around like 2 or 3x, in my opinion, because that's fairly possible, entirely possible. But after that, like I think it will be going upside only. More questions coming in. Why did you choose? Okay, there is one more question. Mekunka, thank you. Yes, 100x for sure. How can we prepare the funds for the ICO? Should it be in USDT or ETH? Well, it can be in USDT or ETH also, but we would prefer it to be in USDT because cryptos are like quite volatile. If the prices comes down or something, like it will reach much below our expected targets. So yeah, like we would expect more to get funds in USDT rather than ETH. But of course, the contribution is possible both in USDT and ETH. And okay, underlying question. Why did you choose ERC20 tokens? Well, ERC20 token because we wanted to be on the Ethereum blockchain. First of all, there are of course other good blockchains also which are coming up now, whether it is Polkadot or something else which is there, but still Ethereum has been there for a long time and it has proven itself to be a very credible player in this industry. So we wanted to stick with Ethereum for now. Underlying question. I never sent USDT to MetaMask. Is it compatible? Yeah, it's entirely compatible because you can send anything which is based on ERC20 protocol on MetaMask. But on MetaMask, it's even possible now to use several other blockchains like Binance Smart Chain and everything. It's just a matter of selecting your protocol before you do any transactions using MetaMask. Staking will also grow your balls. Definitely, that goes without saying. Staking is absolutely for that. So even for people who are looking for some biological reasons behind it, b-cube tokens answers the questions. If I enter with at least 2,500 USDT, I will get access to 2 bots according to white paper. Will those bots be fixed or instead we will choose? No, you can choose whatever you want based on your, like I think the staking starts from something like 250 USDT, which will get them only signals, for example, and $1,000, I think they will get 1 bot, for example. And yes, like there are different slabs, but you can select whatever bot you want, whether it's in the future also, when we'll be coming out with much more sophisticated advanced bot, you can select any 2 out of the bots that is available. And these developments are long-term. Do you think the initial ICO funds will be enough to fund this short-term? So if the question is like, is this funds enough to come out with something in the short term? Is that what you were asking? Justin, I'm referring to your question because I'm not really clear about it. Can you please restate it once again? Okay. Yeah, sure. Like these funds are enough to like finish all the short-term goals. Because one thing to understand is that b-cube is not doing anything from the scratch. b-cube already has products, already has clients, already has revenues and many partnerships. So it's not really a project like which has to start from the beginning, like how ICOs used to happen, like in 2017, for example. So yeah, this much funds are enough to start off with and to meet all the things that we have listed in the roadmap. And when the new platform will be live? When will be the pre-ICO for customer? Okay. So the pre-ICO is going to start on, it's not pre-ICO because on the white paper, we have called these things in a different names. Let me say that private sale, which is going to start on 25th of March, but only for our clients, whoever has bought any products from b-cube until yesterday, which was Friday, till 8:30 in the evening, they will all be qualified to participate the private sale on March 16th. March 16th. So this will be open only for them. If it gets sold out, yeah, it's sold out. Like we cannot allow anybody like on 25th of March, but 16th of March will be only for clients. So it's an early access only for the customers and early adopters and supporters of b-cube. And when will the platform will be live? I think you are referring to the ICO platform, if I get it right. Yeah, that will be live on 16th of March. Exact timings will be mentioned later on because smart contracts have to be adjusted. Which exchange apart from Uniswap are you talking with for listing? Any chance to see the token after the ICO on significant exchanges such as Binance? Well, we will try our best to get into all the best exchanges. Binance, we don't know because it's very hard to get in there, and like there are a lot of things to get into Binance. But for sure, like we should be there one day, but not immediately after the listing. Although we will talk with them and initiate some, like preliminary discussions. I think Uniswap will be the first thing. Probably there will be one or two more centralized exchanges. The most of the centralized exchanges that we know today are trash, to be very honest, with all the due respect to them, because there are hardly few exchanges, let me say, like Binance or Bitfinex, Bitrex, Coinbase. These are very good exchanges, like where you can trust. But all other exchanges are like really very horrible. If you just speak to them for 10 minutes, you will know what they really have in their mind. I was approached by two exchanges, actually. One of them based in Ukraine and one of them based in, not really based, but they have their company in Estonia. Both of them were asking for very, very cheap price. And they were proposing so many things like liquidity and stuff like that. But these kind of exchanges can easily pull off massive exit scams anytime. And we will lose all our tokens, and it's a long process to get back. Because I was a victim of an exchange which was called as Cryptopia. I don't know how many of them know it. Well, I used to call it as famously Craptopia, because that's what it was precisely. And I had like nearly 2000 USDT worth of cryptos there, which got lost. And still it's going on in arbitrage court in New Zealand because they are based there. And I had to send a lot of documents and proofs and everything that I really had. But still, I don't have any answer from them. So such things can happen. And that's why it's better like not to go for an exchange just because we want to list on an exchange. But let's go slowly, but we will be there on good exchanges. But what I can promise right now is at least there will be one centralized exchange, which is among the top 20, for example. We will be listing it there along with Uniswap. Okay. Platform with tokenemic. Platform with tokenemic. Can you please restate your question once again, Julian? Platform with tokenemic means? By the time he answers, like I will go to the next question. Will you make sure that no one buys all the token in the private in pre-sale, like using a fair distribution scheme, give everyone a fair share? Well, this is the reason like why we have a rule set on the smart contracts to be fair to everybody. The minimum investment will be 1000 USDT, the minimum purchase of the tokens, and the maximum is only 25,000 USDT. So nobody can buy beyond it, because I've seen some private sales, for example, Nexo tokens, which came like many years ago. and I've been a very big supporter of Nexon. I believe in that story. They never made an ICO. They just finished everything in the private sale itself. So nobody actually got their tokens. So they did it. But we are not going down that road to institutions or anyone like that, because our philosophy is very different and will not be approaching any institutions also. So for that reason, we set this kind of limits. The minimum is 1,000 USDT, maximum is 25,000. So nobody can buy above it or below it. So this is some sort of protection that we are giving to people so that there will be fair distribution among everybody. Bitstamp is great. Maybe that would be an option as they fall under regulations in Luxembourg. Sure, we can see like what is possible with Bitstamp. I have some connection with Bitstamp also. I know one of their vice presidents, and I can definitely talk to them about it. Right now, I don't want to initiate any conversation with them, because before the token sale, if you go to them, it won't be so good. You need to show them something. And once we have finished like certain private sale rounds or something, and then definitely that will open the door for more discussions. Your trading service is very good and I use it as a customer. But for the ICO to succeed, it's going to be important to entertain network effect. Be present on Reddit, Quora, Twitter, answer to people questions, and maybe create a community. What are the key steps you will take to raise awareness around b-cube token? Good question. Presently, actually, we never really thought of Reddit, Twitter, or Quora, or these kind of platforms. We were just present more on Medium post and Instagram, Facebook. We have excellent engagement on Instagram and excellent engagement on Medium also. And also we are invited to write articles on the human AI, the becoming human AI, which is one of the most advanced AI-based articles on Medium, where we write our articles also based on our own models and how AI is transforming the whole world. So this was our whole approach. And we didn't really concentrate on this side of creating awareness or marketing side. So definitely that's something that we will consider now, and we will start to do something on Quora, Reddit. I think Imre has started an account on Reddit. So he's doing that actively right now. And we will see several other options that you mentioned just now. We are also planning to go for influencer marketing, but like we are just seeing like who is the right influencer, because there are people like who shout on a project every single day and they keep shouting and their audience are confused. What is good and what is bad? Every day he comes out with a new project saying this is good, this is good. So yeah, like and also of course like there is one more thing that we cannot advertise inside France. This is as per the regulations of France. So we have to see a lot of things and take it into consideration before going it for very effective marketing. We are also looking for some marketing through newsletters, sending it to people who are very interested in that. We have two media cooperations presently, cryptoweekly.co, which is Canada's biggest Bitcoin magazine, online magazine. So they are our partners since last week, and they will be participating in the token sale as well, it seems. And they are writing some articles which will be released next week. So yeah, this is how we are doing it currently, but we will definitely consider all the options. Okay, Julian is back. He's referring to my question about new product to be able to buy products with tokens and stake, I guess around end of the ICO. Okay. So Julian's question was like when they will be able to stake the coins to get all the benefits of the staking, to get free bots and signals and everything. I think you don't have to wait for June 27th. We are having something in mind now to start this free bots and services from May or maximum in first week of June. So by then you will be able to access all the bots for free as per your staking tires. In white paper, you said we will be releasing a build your own AI ML bot feature. Our users will build their custom bots on top of a layer of already working strategies without programming knowledge. Still, if users wish to build their bot from scratch, they will be free to do so. Can you tell us more about it? How will that work? Okay, perfect. So, well, like actually we are taking the feedbacks from people. My customer service executive like Robert or Gordon, they keep telling me like what people are speaking to them. It seems like some people are asking, it would be good like if they can build their own bot from the scratch. Maybe they are experts in that, or maybe it's kind of a gamification process for some people, just for fun, just to build their own strategy, test it and see it. So we thought of like bringing a feature like where they can build their own bots from the scratch, absolutely from the scratch, or we will give them like AI machine learning models, like which they can feed their own strategies on it. And these strategies will go into the AI ML machine and it will start to learn based on that one, giving them much more better inputs, like how it could have been better and how it can be much more effective. So the learning process starts based on the information that they feed into this model. So this model, we will be giving it to them. And also we will be giving them sentiment analysis models also along with AI ML models, which will give them like a lot of edge over just using technicals or just using mathematical models. So this is what we meant by allowing them to build their own bot from the scratch, which means like everything they need to pick it up. It's like going to a Hong Kong restaurant, like where they can pick up, you know, like peppers, where they can pick up like their beans and carrots and chicken or whatever they want, and they can make their own food. Or like we give you the sauce, we give you some vegetables, and you can put your rice or noodles or whatever you want to put it on top of it. So this is what we are planning to do. Stay away from influencer marketing. Let the results of clients speak to for itself. With these models, then be absorbed by the platform, or will those bots stay proprietary to the users that created it? Okay. Yeah, this influencer marketing, like as Justin said, like this was our philosophy also, that if we are really good and if our models are working and if we have a happy people, then we really don't need to like go and, you know, make an influencer speak. For me, like it looks kind of corruption actually. Like, okay, I pay for you, like you go and speak on my product. And that's one of the reasons like why we didn't do it. And even our Canadian partner, cryptoweekly.co, anybody can ask him. He was asking me like, what should we actually project about the project? I said to him only one thing. Look, I believe in free press, free media, and free journalism. I don't have to tell you like what you have to write. It's very unfair to do it. So you read the white paper completely, entirely, word to word, and then you feel what you want to write about it. And if you have any doubts, you can come back to me, of course. But I don't want to tell you. I don't want to put my words into your mouth. You take the decision and you write it. So yes, like this is pretty much like our philosophy as well. So with these models that be absorbed by the platform, or will those bots stay proprietary to users that created it? Well, it's a very, very good question, because you can create your own bot, you can keep it to yourself, or you can rent it to someone, and you will be paid by other users who will be using your bots also. So both the ways it's possible. You can either keep it to yourself, absolutely no problem, or you can rent it to somebody else, absolutely problem. But if you want to rent, please rent it to Osama, because he will be waiting for you. Noodles with sauce. Good one, Gabriel. Okay, I finally managed to connect. Okay, so you talked about ambassadors a few weeks ago. Can you tell what you expect from ambassadors, knowledge and actions to do, and how you imagine the collaboration? Hopes that questions is clear. Okay, so ambassador program is for someone who understands this business very well, because we are not picking the ambassadors just like that. First of all, they should have some basic knowledge in AI ML, trading cryptocurrency and something like that. And they should be linked with some kind of programming work or something like that. They should come from some background which will justify their status. And they should have kind of a community or touch with several people. And there are certain limits actually to bring in people also via referral or whatever it might be. It should amount to like 50,000 USDT worth of tokens being sold from your side. And ambassadors will receive a separate quota of tokens, which is set aside for them. And also they will be with us as a team member itself. They will be contributing a lot going forward. So being an ambassador is not just a work that they get during an ICO. So this is how normally the ambassador works, happens, as I have seen. But we don't want to do it. And even if you have seen the vesting process for our own advisors of the ICO, we are making them, a team is vesting for 4 years actually to get all our tokens. But advisors are also vesting for 2 years, which means like they have to be with us for 2 years. Otherwise, they don't get anything, which means like we want people to be invested in the project, not just someone comes, they shows their face and goes away. It can happen only on the modeling ramp where they can just come and show one, like post and they go back to change their clothes once again. So we don't want models here. We want ambassadors here who will show some character and, like responsibility towards the project, and they contribute something to it. And okay, there is one more question from Justin. So that means you will not use it to improve your own ML AI models? Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are going to another way of research and development. So we will be trying in our own ways, and we will not be adopting this one for sure. But we can always see. I always keep the doors open. We can see that. Erwan, are you here right now?
Yes, I'm back.
Cool. So Erwan is here now, and he will show how the MetaMask purchase happens. And once that is finished, like we can come back and we can continue with AMA so that you get some time to think over questions to ask me. Okay, Erwan, floor is yours.
Okay, sure. Okay, so hello everyone. So nice to meet you for the first time. I am CTO of b-cube.ai, and I will show you how to make the purchase of b-cube tokens with MetaMask. So let me share my screen. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. And okay, so you arrive on the website for the token sale. Here you have dashboard where this is where you can make actually the purchase of the tokens. So the sale will be starting on 25th of March, but you can start to get whitelisted already, which means like making your KYC. So first step is to connect to a wallet using MetaMask. So in case if you don't have MetaMask yet, so I will just explain you like a little bit what is MetaMask. This is an extension for your browser. So it works for Chrome, Firefox, Edge, or for Brave browser. In my case, currently I am using Brave browser, for instance. So you just have to install the extension. In my case, it's already installed, and then it will come here as a kind of small fox. And here, MetaMask is actually used to manage your Ethereum wallet. So with MetaMask, you can create a new wallet, which is here. You can create, so in my case, it's in French. So it's here, it means like create an account. You have to create, you can create a new wallet, and you will get a new public key and new private key for your wallet. And of course, you need to keep safe your private key. So you should not share it with everyone, but you should not lose it at the same time. So just keep it safe somewhere, because without your private key, you will not be able to access your b-cube tokens, and they will just be lost forever. So for people who are already used to this kind of things, they will know such things. But just telling like for people who are really newbie and don't know anything about this wallet, to be very careful. So you can either create an account or you can import another account. So in case if you have already one wallet with a public key and private key. For instance, let's say you have created a wallet with Coinbase wallet. You can import it here in MetaMask and also use it with MetaMask. So you can either import an account or create one. Then once you have made your account, you will be able to log in here by making connect to a wallet. So for people who know, this is very similar to how you log into Uniswap, for instance, which is a decentralized exchange. Then once you make connect to wallet, okay, you can select your wallet. Next. When it gets connected, you can see the number of token, b-cube token, which has been sold. So currently it's various because we have not opened the sale. So there is just some which has been sold, which is for our own internal test. We have sold currently like for 2,000 of USD, which is like 51,370 b-cube tokens. So here you can see the details of the sale, what round we are currently. So we will be in round 1, where the token will be $0.04 per b-cube. And here you can see the detail of the different rounds. So with the price of b-cube, of course, which is increasing as the round passes. So currently the current price will be 60% discount compared to the price at the end of the ICO at $0.1. So once you have connected with your wallet, you can see here the address of your wallet here on the top right corner. Then you need to make your KYC application. So in my case, it's already done, but this process is quite straightforward. And also, if you need any help for making your KYC, you can just contact us. Okay, so once you make your process, it will show verification complete. And once you have verification complete, you will see the contribution tabs. So not yet, because the sale is not open. So that's why even if you make your KYC currently, you will not be able to see. But after 25 of March, you will be able to see the contribution. And here you can contribute either in Ethereum or in USDT. So the minimum contribution for the first round will be 1,000 USDT or 1,000 worth of ETH in USDT. So let's say, for instance, you select USDT. You can put 1,000, and here it will show you how many tokens you will get. For instance, here 25,000 b-cube, which is actually an estimation. So it might be little less or little more in reality, which will be decided by the smart contract using a Chainlink Oracle for the prices. So that's why here it's an estimation, but the reality will be a little bit different than this estimation. And here you can also buy, like in Ethereum, for instance, you buy 0.75 ETH, which will be almost like 30,000 b-cube, which is also again an estimation. And you can see also the estimation in USDT here, which will be 1,176 in this case. And here you can see minimum purchase 1,000 USDT or maximum 25,000 USDT. For instance, you make 1,000 here, which is the minimum, and purchase token. Okay, it will ask you to confirm the transaction. So I will not complete the process currently, just to show you like the beginning. Okay, then you will have to confirm the payment of the gas for the transaction. So it will bring you to MetaMask. And here you have to confirm the gas. In this instance, there is a gas fee of $10. So it depends, like it can be less or more, like depending when you are making it. So you need to confirm this one. And after this one, you will have one more confirmation and you can finally buy the token and it will get allocated for your wallet. So that's it. So currently I just rejected the transaction. This is just to show you. And same thing, same process for Ethereum, but in case of Ethereum, you will not, it will not be to be approved. This approval process is only for USDT. For Ethereum, it will directly make the transaction.
There are some questions in the this chat, Erwan.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, let me check. Okay, is it already being recorded? Okay. How do we know on the dashboard that our whitelisting was successful? Okay. So the whitelisting, you will know it's successful once your KYC is successful. If your KYC is successful, it means you are whitelisted. So here you can see in KYC application, So I will share my screen again, just a minute. Once you complete your KYC, and if it gets verified, so it means your documents are correct and you are recognized as an authorized person by our KYC provider, then you will see this message, verification complete, and that's it. If you see this message, it means you are whitelisted, and you will be able to contribute on the 25th of March. So this is the only thing you have to do to get whitelisted. Just make your KYC and make sure that it gets verified. And if you need any help to get verified, you can reach out to us on Telegram. You can contact us also by email on contact@b-cube.ai, or we are always there also on Telegram, and we will be very happy to help you. So what more question was there? How long does it take for KYC application? So this is very fast. Where the KYC provider we are using is called Samsung, and they are among the fastest on the market. And normally, on average, it takes around 3 minutes to get validated. So if all your documents are correct and everything is correct in your application, it will get validated very fast. But if there is any issue with your documents, or sometimes it can be just the quality of the document is not enough of enough good quality, or another thing can be if you have taken the screenshot with your mobile, also sometimes like the quality will not be good, or if the light is not good, or if lighting is not good, it might get rejected. So they have very, very strict rule, and the KYC provider is also using AI technology to detect the validity of your document. And if it detects something is a little bit suspicious, maybe your document is valid, but it looks like still a little bit suspicious for them, it might get rejected and you will have to submit it again. So just make sure to make good quality. Best is to make with a scan so that there will not be any lighting. And for making also the selfie, it will ask you to make a selfie of yourself. Be sure you have a good lighting, not too much lighting, not too less, so that like the AI will be able to recognize it. So they make a manual check afterwards, but first check is made by AI. So that's why I try to make it as perfect as possible, and then it will be validated easily. Okay, cool, I'm whitelisted, great. What is the smart contract address for b-cube token? Okay, so this we can show you on the white paper actually, because we have put all the details in the white paper for this one. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so you can download the white paper here on the ICO website. And here we have put all the details. Everything is public for the smart contract. We are really making all our efforts to define a new standard for an ICO. And even like many people have praised us already for being so transparent, which we don't find so often like for ICO. And that's why we make everything transparent. Like all the code is public. All the smart contracts are public. You can find them on GitHub also. And they have been audited by a third-party auditor, Mixbytes. And here, so this is on page 6 of the white paper. You can find the address of the different smart contracts. So we have 3 smart contracts for this token cell. One is for the b-cube token itself. So if you go to Etherscan, you will see, we will be able to see it. Okay, so you can see the address of the smart contract here. And same for other address. We have the smart contract for the private cell itself. And finally, another smart contract for staking. So all the 3 smart contracts are publicly available. You can find them on Etherscan using the address. Just like this zoom thing is a little bit irritating sometimes because it's hiding the things. So, okay. Here I can put it here, for instance. And you can see, okay, like this is the token cell smart contract. And you can also find them. So you can find the audits, which is also publicly available here. And where you can see that everything has been tested and there is no issue. There was like few things in the first step of the audit. We fixed everything and now everything is perfect. So you can see all the detail like in details, and you can also see the code itself of the smart contract on GitHub, which we have made public. So if you click here, okay. Here you can find all the code and documentation for the smart contracts. So everyone can check in details exactly how it's working. If you see like the free smart contracts are here. Smart contract for the public sale, for instance, is here. And here you have everything, like all the source code is there and it's completely transparent. So I hope it answered the question. So there is one more question, I think. Oh, okay, how do we know if we are able to buy tokens in the pre-sale? It doesn't seem as if our b-cube account is being linked to the ICO sales page. Yes, indeed, your b-cube account is not linked to the ICO sales page. This is linked only to your ETH address, your wallet, which you are using with MetaMask. So how do you know you will be able to buy tokens? So as I said, for this, you need to get whitelisted. So you will know you will be able to buy once your KYC is validated. This is the only condition to be able to buy. And of course, another condition is that there should be enough supply at a given price. So when we will open the sale, so there is currently $100,000 available at $0.4. And of course, once all this quantity has been sold, then the price will increase because we will go to round 2. So the price at which you will get it will depend on the available tokens and on the demand which is there. So yes, and it's not linked to your b-cube account. We will make this linking later at a later step, which will allow you to stake to get the benefits on the b-cube platform using the staking smart contract, which will be done as a second step after we finish the private sale. So at the ICO stage, after the pre-sales, is there a mechanism in place to avoid robots to get all the tokens in a few milliseconds? After the pre-sale, it's in place to avoid robots to get all the tokens, like multiple buys at 25K USDT.
Well, I can answer that question. These things can happen, like if we are conducting an ID work, for example, on Uniswap or something like that, where these kind of robots can get all the tokens which is available, and it can buy like in milliseconds, and it can dump it also later on. So this is the reason like why we are not doing an ID work, and we are doing an ICO more traditional way. And private sale will be only for, you know, like people whom we know, clients and early adopters. I think that's enough to fill up this quota. But as we go to the pre-sale part, after the private sale is finished, we'll be going to either Polka Starter or someone like that, where there will be a launch pad and they will be making to their audience. So we can completely avoid this, you know, like robots buying our tokens. But after we get listed, well, like this can happen, like which cannot be there. But like we are trying to see to that that we avoid this in certain ways, like listing on a centralized exchange and like monitoring the liquidity, like how much more liquidity we'll put it in decentralized exchange and centralized exchanges. So this is something like which we have to think about at a little later stage.
Okay. So I go to next question. The customers have to enter only the b-cube token smart contract, right? So I don't know exactly what you mean by entering the b-cube token smart contract, but how it works is that you should not send your token directly to the smart contract. Of course, please don't do that. This is not how it works, because there are some ICO where you have to send directly like to some address or something, but this is because they don't use a smart contract precisely. In our case, everything is happening in much more secured way by interacting with the smart contract using MetaMask. And so everything is very secure, because either the transaction will work or will not work. You cannot like lose your tokens as long as you don't lose your private key, of course. Once again, be careful about this. Just keep carefully your private key. But when you interact with the smart contract, yes, one more thing also, that you need to make sure that you are on the right blockchain, because with MetaMask, I will show my screen again to show you. So with MetaMask, you can actually select different chain. So in this case, currently I am on Ethereum network, but you can be on some test network like Ropsten, Kovan, but this is just for developers. This is for doing testing. We use it ourselves, but you don't need to use this one. Or there is Binance Smart Chain, which is another production mainnet, but for using Binance Smart Chain, which is another blockchain. So don't use this one. If you use it, nothing will happen. You will not lose your token, but just you will not be able to interact with the smart contract. So just make sure that you are connected with the main net of Ethereum, which is the first proposal in MetaMask. So once again, nothing will happen if you are not on the right smart contract, but just you will not be able to purchase the tokens. So this is how it works. You just have to use MetaMask. Don't interact directly with the smart contract, or don't send token to the smart contract. Just follow the process on the dashboard using MetaMask. When we buy the token, we have the choice to stock the token from beginning. Not sure if I understand the question.
Julian, do you mean like stake the tokens? Like not stock the tokens, I think.
It's stake.
Yeah.
No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna ask my question directly here. You can add token in MetaMask. So my question is, do we have to add the smart contract address of the token to add the token in MetaMask?
Okay, I understand. You don't need to add it. I mean, like manually or specifically. Actually, it will get added automatically once you make the token purchase. But you don't have to take any action yourself. Like everything is automatic. So I can show it once again. So then, like of course, like in your wallet, you should have the token should be ready. You should have enough USDT or ETH for the purchase. And then once you are in contribution, just have to select either Ethereum or USDT, put your amount, and then automatically you will see that it will ask you like for confirmation. And when you click confirm, automatically like it will go to MetaMask. Okay, yes, it has been rejected because we already did before. But once you just validate it, yes, we will not do it with ETH because it will really make the purchase. Once you get validated, the interaction with the smart contract is automatic. You don't have to, in fact, you don't even have to know the smart contract address. Here, I just show you like just to see like it's transparent and you can see it publicly, but you don't have to use the smart contract address directly. Everything will be handled automatically by MetaMask. Okay. I think Steve meant, how do you identify if someone was already your customer before March 5th? Well, this is another, yes, I think this was another thing. Maybe you can
like this is like we are seeing on our payment gateway, like we are using the charge fee, which is a recurrent payment scheme. So there we can see who was the client before 5th of March and whether they have whitelisted on the ICO page or not. So even that matters. So whoever was the client until yesterday, 8:30 closing time, I mean like in CET, we will be contacting them personally to whitelist on the ICO page. And then we'll be opening the purchase only for those accounts which was whitelisted plus were clients until 5th of March.
Okay. So next one, funny that they have Rinkabai as a testnet. It's kind of ghetto in Stockholm. Okay, maybe possible. I don't know if it's a ghetto in Stockholm, but this is indeed one of the testnet of Ethereum. Another one is Ropsten, but Rinkabai is also one of the main testnet. Will you guys provide us with a small tutorial on how to transfer funds from Binance MetaMask process by ICO pre-buy? Yes, we will provide a tutorial which will explain the complete process. So it will be there soon on website, like in the next few days. There will be a tutorial which will be explaining what I was explaining you about MetaMask with a screenshot and everything, and also the process from Binance itself to withdraw the fund from your Binance to send it to your ETH wallet. So we will provide it like this one very soon and before the token sale. Can you show the way to transfer euros from my bank account into MetaMask wallet? Okay, so in this one, there is more steps. I think this is a very new buy question, which is fine. It's okay. So I think those people who are already a little bit into crypto, it will not be an issue to make it. But it's true that first time when we make it, it's a bit long process to go from euro to MetaMask wallet. There are several steps. So to transfer euro, you can make it on Binance itself. It should be linked to your account, or you can have one Coinbase account also, which can also be linked to your bank account. So not all the exchange propose this connection with fiat money, but this is the case on Binance, or this is the case also on Coinbase. And then you can buy either with your credit card, or you can make a bank transfer to a certain IBAN, which Binance will provide you, which will allow you so to transfer your euro on Binance. Then once your euro are on Binance, you can exchange them. You can buy ETH or you can buy USDT with this. One of the two is fine because we accept both for the sale. So you can buy ETH or you can buy USDT. And once you have it, then you can withdraw it from your Binance account using the withdraw function. So, but we can also add this step in the tutorial for those who really want to start from euro. This is one more step to just convert to buy ETH or USDT with euro. Okay, clear, thank you. Right. So anybody who was a client before yesterday should wait for now with doing the KYC application until they get contacted by you. Or does it not matter?
Well, like if anyone is a client until 5th of March, if they bought any products on the platform, you don't have to wait for our email actually, because you're automatically qualified for it. All you have to do is like come with your USDT or ETH, preferably USDT, as I say, on 16th of March. And yeah, you will be able to make the purchase.
Okay. So I think that's it for the question in the chat. If you have any more questions, you can ask it. Thanks. You're welcome.
So any more questions? Cool, then I think we will meet. There is one question, I think. Okay, but there is no way to link our b-cube account, right? This probably goes into the same direction as Steve's questions earlier. No, you don't need to link it actually. And even when you buy the tokens of b-cube, also you don't need to link, because we will have a separate smart contract, which is staking smart contract, which is already there. So once you can claim your tokens, we will be asked to deposit those tokens in the staking smart contract. If you do it, it will get linked to your b-cube account automatically. So you don't have to do anything from your side. Everything has been taken care already. And we will let you know about it when the time comes.
Okay, will the bot place orders on the b-cube token? Possible, yes. Which we'll see later. Because the b-cube token should get listed, which will happen very soon. And yes, it's possible, but because our bot is analyzing all the altcoin tokens, so b-cube being one of them, it's possible, but even the bot might trade also on b-cube itself. This is a possibility for sure. What if we run into some issues with some sub verification? So if you have an issue with some sub verification, you can reach out to us directly, or you can contact them directly also. They will provide an address, which is a support. I can give it here. support@sumsub.com. So you can reach out to them directly. Okay. Or you can contact us directly also on Telegram. You can reach out to me also directly. You can send me a direct message on Telegram. and I will be happy and glad to assist you like in the process. And we are in contact. They have a 24/7. Samsung is having 24/7 customer care. So if there is an issue, you can just contact us or contact them, and we will sort it out quickly. In David's question, I'm still unclear about how clients will be able to purchase on the 16th of March. This may be Guru, you can answer.
Yeah, sure. So what is the question? Obligatory question. How far is the moon? If you guys would have to evaluate b-cube coin in 1 year. Well, I think I have to be an astrologer now to give a kind of prediction. As I said, like the sky is the limit for b-cube tokens. It's really sky is the limit because there is so much of use case for this particular coin. And most of the use case is with our own b-cube bots and services. Of course, that is one thing, but there are several other use cases which is being created now. As I said, like many things that is coming down the road, and we are burning the tokens also until we bring down the circulating supply to 25 million tokens. Right now it's 50 million tokens, then it will be 25 million tokens. So all the fees and everything that we receive in b-cube tokens, we will be actually burning 25% of that fees this year itself, whatever we get. So suppose someone pays like 100 b-cube tokens to us, 25 tokens we are burning it. And even if some clients are making purchases in euro, for example, for subscriptions or anything like that, we will convert that euros immediately to b-cube tokens. So actually, we will be buying the b-cube tokens, whatever the revenues that we get in US dollars or euros or whatever it might be. So in 1 year, like I can see, it's going up by like 10 to 20x, for example. If I have to really throw a number, yeah, that's quite realistic number. Because when you have very low circulating supply, very high use case, and the models are working and everything is working, I don't see any reason why it should not rise so much. But of course, don't take it as an investment advice. What is the actual function of burning besides diminishing the volume and scarcity? Well, like it's about the volumes and scarcity itself. Otherwise, nobody is burning the tokens. It is to give more value to it, and more the circulating supply is it's not good for the market cap or the price rise. So yeah, if you see like many of the projects which is having huge circulating supply, the coins moves very, very slowly. But if you see any tokens having very low circulating supply, it pumps very easily. So to create this scarcity, we are reducing it by burning the tokens. Because we feel even 50 million is also quite big. But this would also mean that it would become less accessible for other people. I don't think so, because then we will also reduce our staking, like number of tokens. For example, right now we are saying $1,000 worth of b-cube tokens, right, at the private sale price. So then it will be the same. So instead of like staking 25,000 b-cube tokens, then stake just like 5 tokens of 200 each. So we will bring down these staking things also, and these things can be changed. How much percentage of our total balance should we use to purchase b-cube tokens, and how much to leave on BTC for the bots to trade? Ooh, it's quite personal question. Well, I would not say that like, please sell your house, dog, cat, whatever you have and put it to b-cube token. Definitely not. You see, like this is a kind of like investment that you will be looking for. Like if you invest in any other coins like Polkadot, which is my favorite, and I've been talking about this coin for a long time, and I always say like keep it for 1 year, for example. So if you see it in that way, if you want to invest in b-cube tokens in that way, and not just to get this bots and services and other things that comes with b-cube tokens, but as an investment, if you would like to see it, then definitely you can invest much more
into the token sale itself and keep some BTC for yourself. Because one thing for sure, like even if BTC goes to $100,000 or even $200,000, it's 4x from here. And that's quite big thing, because $1 trillion has to become $4 trillion of market capitalization, which is very possible in case of Bitcoin. But still, if you see in terms of X, it's 3x or 4x. But b-cube tokens can go easily 10x. So in that basis, yes, it's more accessible. But again, like keep money for trading also, definitely, because there will be some big dash trades which will be always coming. So for those trades, you really need to have some, like BTC in your account. And yeah, definitely. So you see like what you can do and how much you can keep this as a long-term investment, because that is how I see b-cube as, not just for listing gains or something, because there is many more things to come going ahead. So let me say, like, keep it like 60% for b-cube tokens and 40% for your own trading. Keep it like that. And I don't want to say that like, oh no, please put 100% into it. No, don't do it. Okay. Gabriel and Justin, give it all. You cannot have b-cube on Binance yet. Okay, the bot is on Binance. Yes, you should rent your. No, I can't say that here. I bet we will never have a take profit on b-cube. This is a one token he will advise us to keep forever. Well, like there will be many partnerships or something coming out. So we will be partnering very soon. Actually, we have already partnered, but we will make it very, let me say, like, we will make it public in some time, that there is a DeFi project like which we have partnered with. And this project is already listed on Coin Market Cap with several $1 million of market capitalization. So there will be always some insider news, which I will be giving it to our people first. And of course, like it will become public later on. So there will be a lot of pump news, if not dump news. On the launch of b-cube tokens, since there is no real platform for trading, I use Binance only. Will the b-cube pool or investment on your platform be accessible so that I can grow the b-cubes passively? I don't really get this question, Justin. Can you please rephrase in some of the words? Will the bot start accumulating b-cubes instead of BTC once the public sale ends? Well, I don't know. Like we have not actually started to make any strategies for b-cube as a kind of like a coin like that, but we can think about it for sure. But we see b-cube more as a kind of like utility token, which will have a lot of utility benefits to it. So if you purchase it, like you will have a lot of access to different kind of services and products like going forward also. So we would like to organically increase the value by giving it more use cases. But right now, I would be lying if I say that I have something in mind to increase the b-cube tokens. So that's not in the plan, but something to consider. So thank you for giving me that idea. And this, okay, Justin is back. Will the bots, no, can I invest the b-cube coins on the b-cube platform via smart contracts that are native to your platform, like the interest pool Binance has, so that I can use the b-cubes passively, but I get ROI? Well, we can think about it. Definitely, that's a good idea. We can have more discussions on that, and definitely that can be considered. But as of now, what we have in our mind is like we will be creating a pool which has maximum capacity of 10 million b-cube tokens. So that's precisely what we are selling in the private sale, right? So you will have to stake this one, these b-cube tokens, what you buy now, and you stake it until December 27th or December 31st, which we have decided, 2021. During this time of staking, you will get, of course, signals and bots for free, and several other things what we have already listed in the white paper, plus 30% APR on the tokens that you are keeping, which will be paid in b-cube tokens. For example, if you have staked like, let me say 1,000 b-cube tokens, you will be getting like 300 tokens more at the end of this staking, which will be in December. So this is in addition to all the benefits that you're already getting, like signals and bots. So if I understand correctly, the bots will keep using BTC for trading, and simultaneously linked b-cubes tokens will increase their value, as they will be the way of using such bots and services for free. As of now, yes, this is the plan as of now. Yes, it's purely utility based. In fact, like even BNB token, the Binance coin token, initially it came as a way to pay the fees on Binance ecosystem. So this was the use case for Binance coin. Later on, many other use cases came. Like for example, they introduced IEO, initial exchange offering. So you had to stake and keep it for a certain period of time, and you need to have certain number of tokens to participate in their IEO process. So that was the second use case. And then came Binance Chain. And then so many things. And now people want to accumulate that more. So these things comes gradually, slowly, and organically. So that's how we want to keep it with b-cube tokens also. So right now, we are in the stage like where BNB was used only for paying the brokerages. So we are in that stage right now with b-cube. Slowly, we will go there. So any more questions? Two more. Okay, shoot. Go ahead. With the b-cube be frozen until 28th of June. Yeah, yes, that's true. If you buy it, actually, you can see it on dashboard. It will be allocated to your, to your wallet, but you will not be able to put your hands on it. And the only reason for that is that there were some very good projects, like in the last 2 years or something like that. They unlocked their tokens only to be found it on, only to find it later on some decentralized exchanges being dumped. So this happened in 2017 also, that the project wanted to list it on a certain day in a good exchange, but they unlocked it, and some people actually dumped it on IDEX, which was those times a very big decentralized exchange. So we want to avoid this dumping. So what we do, we will make a deal with a centralized exchange. We will add liquidity to Uniswap liquidity pool. And then just like few hours before the actual listing happens, we will unlock the tokens, so that you can stake it either, or you can even sell it to make listing gains. Will this potentially also mean the bot models will go outside of cryptosphere, as there is potential to trade in stocks in fiat? Definitely. This has been this is totally considered. If you have seen the roadmap that we have already given, we want to tokenize the stocks and also create quant models based on those tokenized stocks. Because if I'm sitting here and if I want to buy a very good stock in China or in South Korea or in Japan or Australia, I can't really buy those stocks. So I have to open an account on a local bank or a local a local stock exchange or something like that to gain access to their markets, but it's not possible otherwise. So that for that reason, like tokenizing is much better. And there are like, as Justin is asking, like, so you will go after eToro? Yeah, we will go after them and we will create much better things than what they are doing. Because I know it's some of the things were not so fine when oil hit $0 last year. I was the person who bought so much contracts on eToro because I know for sure that during the COVID times there was no flights and other things, so the value of oil was bound to fall. But it doesn't mean the value of oil is zero. It's absolutely insane to believe it. So I bought a lot of oil, but there were a lot of manipulations going on eToro platform. And if those things were on blockchain, probably it would not have happened. So that's the reason like why we would like to create this tokenizing on the blockchain. And of course, like creating models also based on it. What is the ticker name for b-cube tokens? Where it will be listed on exchanges. The ticker is b-cube, everything in capitals, b-c-u-b-e. b-cube, everything in capitals. And initially, like we will be creating liquidity pool and of course listing on Uniswap, but we are also in discussion with 2 other decent exchanges, if not very hi-fi, which we will be keeping you informed very soon. So yes, something I didn't understand when I read the white paper. In the token sale details, it says that tokens available for private sale amount to 10 million, public sale 15 million, but maximum supply is 50 million. But it also says no tokens will be issued after private and public sale. So what does the maximum supply really mean then? Okay, perfect. So if you see like in the 4 rounds of private sale, then there will be a pre-sale and a main sale where 15 million tokens. And there will be development funds, there will be reserves for the company. So 50% will be with the company and 50% for the sales. So both 25 each. So totally it will be 50 million. Circulating supply, we don't mean. So anybody can see it, like we cannot mint more than 50 million, which is already being printed now. You are gone again. Am I audible to everybody? Because Justin is saying he cannot.
Yes, now it's fine, but it was stopping. The video was stopping and sound was stopping for some time. But now it's okay, cool. Fine.
So my answer, David, did I answer to your question, or should you, or you want me to go again? So you got it right then. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, sorry, I couldn't understand most of it due to the connection issue. No problem, David, I will go again. So what I was telling is like, during the private sale, we have 4 stages and 2.5 million tokens will be sold in each stage. So 2.5 million into 4, which is 4 different stages in private sale, is 10 million. Then 15 million tokens will be sold during pre-sale and the main ICO sale. So totally it is like 25 million now. And another 25 million tokens is with the company. And in this 25 million, like 10% belongs to the team, and there is a community part, and there is a reserves, development fund, and several other things for our partners, ambassadors, and all these tokens. So that will be another 25 million. So if you add up both, then it will be 50 million tokens. And there'll be no more tokens after this 50 million because it's hard coded in the smart contracts, which cannot be printed more. So you can see it on our GitHub, like it's been fixed, and also the smart contracts are audited to be in that way. Very good, Babidar. Thank you, Julian. Justin, Guru sitting on a milli for sure. What is milli? I don't know. What do you mean by milli? Million cube. No. Actually, I will be very transparent about it as well. So 10% of the tokens is for the team, but this team again, like it's divided between me, Erwan, Imre, and other team members. So really, like my portion will be very less, and even I will be buying some tokens for myself, just like you people now, once it's released. Justin, true legend. Thank you, Justin. So I think we covered most of the questions. And of course, if there is, there is one more question from Julian. Sure. Amount raised in round one seems very low, 100K for 1,000 lifelines. With the b-cube be eventually listed on CEX? Yeah, like 100K is very less, but we wanted to make it accessible for everyone. That is the reason like why we kept the low prices for the token also. And at the same time, our circulating supply or the maximum circulating supply is also very low. We could have very well printed more and could have had more ambitions. And you should also know that like we are the first ICO doing a private sale without involving institutional investors. I think someone has to mute their mic. Okay, it's perfect now. So we are the first ICO who are doing a private sale only for the retail people, because we had this philosophy of not to go towards institutional side, because b-cube was born for common man. It is there for common man, and it will always be there for common man. So this is the reason like why we didn't want to go to institutional routes. If we contact institutions, definitely they would be very, very interested in it. And already like we got some messages also, like they want to put in 100K, 125K, something like that. But our smart contracts is already designed to have a maximum investment of $25,000. So we were very clear from the beginning, like what we want, whom we are selling, why, everything. So that's the reason like why we are going with this type of model. Will the b-cube be eventually listed on CEX? Yes, sure. It will be listed on centralized exchange also, along with Uniswap listing. So both will happen more or less at the same time, probably few days apart. But yes, it will be listed on centralized exchange too. You're welcome, Alex. Pleasure, pleasure. Cool, nice questions. And I'm very, very happy that you came out with very good questions. And on a Saturday, you know, like in the late morning, sitting here and asking questions, and this gives me a lot of motivation, and I'm really very happy about it. And today we wanted to make it at this time because there are people coming from other time zones for whom it was very difficult. Martin also is here like from South Korea, and it's going to be very late to him if we make it at 4 p.m. So I thought of like adjusting time so that it's good for everyone. And we here in Europe, for us, it's absolutely fine. But people from other parts of the world, it's not so easy. It's a great project with serious management. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. It's a great pleasure and honor to hear that. Okay, okay, everyone. Okay, guys. And thank you so much for being here. And I personally thank Martin for making us this Skype group today for this call. Really, thank you, Martin, for this. And thank you all for being here and asking your questions and for your time that you gave us like today to make this session possible. If any other questions or details are there, you can just ping me anytime, just write to me or email or anything as possible. And yeah, of course, like next Saturday also we will come back. If you people have more questions, I would be happy to answer it. But even otherwise, there will be a separate session, which is our normal weekly session on some educational topic, where I will be covering futures trading next week, like how to trade on futures safely and what is a good strategy to trade on futures for making profits, and how to minimize your risk. Let me put it that way, how to minimize your risk and maximize your profits. So this will be the topic for next week, which we'll be covering on Saturday. Until then, we will meet on Telegram and go back to our normal chit chats. I can't wait to have that more. And our guys are waiting there already. Okay, and I think this recorded version will be put on YouTube. And if anybody has questions regarding the MetaMask or something, they can always go back there, see it, or contact me or Erwan for any other assistance.